Hello everyone and welcome to our video on how to plan project success from start. Yeah, before any project begins, it's easy to think success happens at the end, after all the tasks, deadlines and deliverables are complete. But project success starts long before the work starts. It is built during the planning stage when project managers take time to clarify the purpose, define the scope, identify stakeholders, analyze risks, and create a roadmap that guides the team from kickoff to completion. So today, our team will walk you through the essential planning steps used by project managers across industries, including frameworks aligned with PMBOK 7 and commonly taught project warning strategies. So, by the end of this video, you understand how effective planning sets the foundation for predictable, measurable, and sustainable project success. So, why planning matters? Why does planning matter so much? Okay, let me tell you. Research shows that many project failures are not caused by lack of skills, technology, or effort, but by weak upfront planning, poorly defined scope, unclear responsibilities, missing stakeholders' input, and lack of risk preparation often do lead to delays, cost overruns, and rework. So, a strong project plan helps the team to understand what they are delivering, agree on expectation, identify required resources early, prevent misunderstandings, anticipate risk and changes, and also maintain alignment from start to finish. In PMBOK 7, planning is not a one-time task. It is an ongoing process that ensures the project stays aligned with value delivery and stakeholder needs. Good planning gives momentum, poor planning creates chaos.
So let's break down the best practices that ensure a project success from the start. Step 1. Define vision, scope, and objectives. The very first step in planning project success is establishing a crystal clear foundation. This is done by defining the project vision, the scope, and the objectives. Vision answers what problems are we solving, why does this project matter. Scope answers what is included and what is not included in the project. What delivery boundaries must the team follow? Objectives clarify what needs to be achieved, how will success be measured. The PMBOK highlights the project charter as a key early artifact that documents these elements. It becomes the official authorization to begin the project and ensure everyone understands the same purpose. For example, instead of simply saying we are updating the registration portal, a clear objective might be we are updating the student registration portal to reduce errors by 30%, support mobile access, and improve the student experience during peak periods. Clear vision and scope prevent confusion as the project progresses. Step 2. Identify and analyze stakeholders. Once the project purpose is defined, the next major step is identifying stakeholders, the individuals or group who can be affected by, or perceive themselves to be affected by the project. Stakeholders can include end users, project sponsors, IT teams, managers and department leads, support staff, external partners or regulators. But identifying stakeholders is only the beginning. To plan effectively, project managers must also analyze their level of power, their level of interest, their influence, their expectations, their attitude towards the project. Tools such as Power Interest Grid or Stakeholder Engagement Matrix help categorize stakeholders so the team knows who to collaborate with closely and who to keep informed. Understanding stakeholders early ensures that their needs, concerns, and insights shape the project plan instead of becoming issues later on.
Hi, my name is Bushra and I'll be going over steps 3 and steps 4. So for step 3, which is build the project plan, the project plan, as you all know, is the heart of planning. It translates ideas into structured work. A complete project plan includes the scope statement, which is the details of what would be delivered, the WBS, which breaks the work into manageable components, the schedule or the Gantt chart, which shows timelines, milestones, and dependencies, the resource plan, which identifies the staff, tools, and materials that will be used during the project timeline, the cost estimates. So even if the project is cost neutral, the time and efforts must be planned. And finally, the quality plan. So this defines quality expectations and acceptance criteria. The WBS we know is very powerful. It decomposes the project into smaller work packages, ensuring each task is clear, trackable, and assignable. A strong project plan creates transparency. Everyone knows the timeline, their responsibilities, and how their work contributes to the end result. This reduces uncertainty and increases accountability. Now we move on to step 4. Step 4 is prepare for risk and changes. So, no matter how well a project is planned, uncertainties always exist. That's why planning for risk is just as important as planning the work itself. A risk register identifies potential risks, the likelihood of this potential risk, their impact on the project, some mitigation strategies to prevent the risk, and some contingency plans just in case of the risk occurring. So, preparing for change is equally important. Change is not a sign of failure, it is a natural part of project reality. The key is by being ready for it, you're not surprised by it. Change readiness planning includes impact analysis, communication for change, stakeholder concerns, contingency timelines, and approval documentation. Effective planning for risk and change reduces disruption and builds confidence across the team.
In this section, we emphasize that communication is the cornerstone of maintaining an alignment throughout your project. In terms of communication plan and who defines it, based on all communication between stakeholders, we have who receives the updates, what information they receive, and how often updates occur, the channels they use in, such as communication between stakeholders through emails, meetings, dashboards, and reports, and finally, who's responsible for delivering the message. The Pembroke Guide have highlighted that we have 3 types of communication. The first type is pull communication, and the second type is push communication, and finally the interactive communication. In interactive communication, happens in the real life, in the real time, where stakeholders meet together face to face through workshops, through special meetings and interviews. For push communication, emails, it happens in emails sent among stakeholders, and notices and reports. For pull communication, it's like pulling data from a dashboard by any stakeholder, shared files and knowledge bases. A successful communication plan ensures that stakeholders are informed, engaged, and aligned. It reduces confusion, supports decision making effectively, and builds trust. Welcome to section 6 from our topic, how to plan projects successfully from start. In this section, we're going to discuss monitoring KPIs and success metrics. This stage where we stop guessing and start measuring. What is KPI? KPI is a key performance indicator, the numbers and signals that tell us how well the project is doing. Think of them as the health check for your project. Common KPIs include task completion, are tasks getting done on time, milestone achievement, are we hitting a major checkpoints, schedule performance, are we ahead or behind the schedule, and budget performance, are we spending more or less than expected? Stakeholder satisfaction? Are the people involved happy? Adoption metrics? Are users actually using the new system or product? And finally, quality metrics. How many errors and defects are being reported? Why monitoring matters? A project plan is only useful if we keep checking. A project plan is only useful if we keep checking it. Monitoring helps us spot problems early, fix issues before they grow, and keep the project aligned with these goals. Without monitoring, even the best plan can fall apart. The final part is that I will give a simple, real-world example where a college is planning to upgrade their LMS system, which is Learning Management System. They want to launch a new learning management system. Before the project was started, faculty had outdated tools, students complained about crashes, support teams were overwhelmed. So a project team created a solid plan and structured solid plan, a clear project charter. With a clear project charter, interviews with faculty and students to know the pain point of them, a step-by-step rollout strategy, training workshops, and regular communication updates, risk plans, and backup options. What happened? A new system launched smoothly. The student loved it, support tickets dropped, and adoption was high. All because team didn't just plan, they monitored and adjust along the way. Finally, monitoring keeps your project alive. KPIs tell you if you are succeeding, and consistent tracking turns a plan into results.
And here are some valuable keystones to take from this project topic. In every successful project, there is a moment when someone decides we are not just planning, we are delivering. Momentum starts with clarity when we define the goal, align the team, and commit to the execution. The finish line stops being theoretical and becomes scheduled.
We hope that our requirement is satisfactory and our results are paying off. I have seen teams thrive when they treat accountability as an ownership, not as a punishment. We don't point fingers, we point forward. A project considered to be successfully completed when everyone understands that ownership isn't a burden. It is the fastest path to results.
So, deadlines often get a bad reputation, but they are really just the organization's way of saying, yes, we believe you can do this. This helps prioritize, focus, and avoid the basic trap of polishing something indefinitely. Progress beats perfection. And consistency is the hidden engine of delivery. Big wins don't come from heroic sprints, they come from coordinated and sustainable steps. When we communicate clearly, adjust quickly, and support each other, completion becomes a culture, not a miracle. To conclude, planning project success from the start is more than creating documents. It's building the roadmap that guides every decision, every task, and every stakeholder interaction. Strong planning means a clear vision, a defined scope, aligned stakeholders, a structured plan, risk readiness, strong communication, and continuous monitoring. When these elements come together, projects don't just get completed, they succeed. Thank you for watching, and we hope this helps you plan your next project with confidence and clarity.